Let me ask you a question. What's good?
Music and want to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
Man.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, I'm here with Wafula. Hey.
Wafunyo, it's Wafunyo.
Don't make him
Even
knock
made
his
me
hat
headbutt
off.
the microphone over here. And we're chilling with all the bangisos, of course.
The
Yes,
shirt.
In the
yes.
building.
The shirt, though.
That's so
And we're wearing the same shirt, I think. Kind of.
Hey, you guys.
African.
It's all about this. You didn't get the memo?
Swagoo. We're dripping
Of your
swagoo.
roots.
It's a group on WhatsApp.
Swagoo.
It's a group on WhatsApp.
I'll make sure to join it, bro. I'll make sure to join it.
Yeah.
But guys,
Yeah.
Karibuni. I see that
Asante,
we're
man.
kicking with a quart of the yellow light machine.
Oh my goodness. This
Yeah,
is
as
It's actually an
This is
eighth.
a whole
It's an
Yeah,
eighth.
it
This
is
is the
technically
backbone.
a
This is
nine,
actually the
10,
backbone
something.
of Yellow Light
Really?
Machine.
Yeah,
I don't know if the
drums
rest
and
of them
bass.
agree, man. Do you guys
Ah,
agree now?
you heard
Of
it.
course,
It's actually true.
It's true.
It's actually true, Sam, because you
Yeah.
play.
Bass.
That's right.
And
And Sam,
drums.
I play the drum.
that's
yeah.
a backbone of the
Okay.
bangisos.
You know.
man.
No,
There we
it's
go,
true.
there we
Erica Badu has this really interesting analogy where she talks about, actually, she says that the DJ is like the sun, you know, and everything needs to be able to like orbit.
Wow, Marushka just went there.
I'm just agreeing with her. I'm just
orbit
agreeing
and
with her.
rotate around the energy of the sun. But then she says, then in a live band, the bass and the drums are what make up what the DJ does, you know. So
Yeah.
bass
funk.
and drums. Yeah,
My
the
people
funk,
right here.
the
My people right here.
skeleton. It's true. So yeah, for anybody just tuning in, we just watched an amazing video that shows what Yellow Light Machine is about. And Yellow Light Machine is a 9-member experience. If you go on the website, you'll see there's an article that kind of introduces a little bit about the band, but and the EPK is there as well to watch if you want. But you guys are like you're a whole family,
It's a family, man.
right?
That's what we are.
Yeah, and you guys are growing. There's people that come in and out. Sometimes there's more or less of you, and you guys are really. How many years deep in now are you really to like forming this experience?
I would say like two or so years, because
years.
it actually started when we met Lois. That was like the end of 2011,
Yeah.
and our first gig was like December 2011 when we went out and people were like, "Oh my God, look at these trippy people, this college kid."
Did you feel then when you guys played that, like those early gigs, did you feel something like this is it? This is gonna be something did you forecast that it would turn into what it's
Play in
become?
the cafeteria in school.
Yeah.
I
Guys
remember
are-
that.
guys are
Yeah.
fun
I was a senior.
Really?
I was all about them books, man, because my GPA
Oh,
had to go
all
up.
about
so-
them books,
Come on,
them
man.
organic books, them organic books.
Yo, I don't appreciate that. But yeah, I was all about them books. But these guys would blow you away. Like you'd forget you came in for a meal. And you know us team plus size, we never forget food. But still, these guys, yo, big
Comes
shout out
for
to
3
you.
fries over
Thanks,
there.
man.
I've died all the bangisos. You killed it. Umeua
And
nyongo.
Ingo.
But
So
did you
it's-
guys feel it when you were in the cafeteria? No, you just felt like we're just doing this because
I can't even remember like what I felt at that time.
It's them
It was
organic
just-
books.
Yeah. It was like, yo, we're playing music and guys are watching. Cool. Mostly we'd be doing it in our
Yeah.
room, so like if there are people around who can appreciate, all the better.
Yeah. Well, and that's
That's
what I
dope.
actually wanted to talk to you guys about now, because now even in the last 6 months, like even since we really like met and became, you know,
Yeah, we just had a
tight-
moment.
tight with you.
Me and
You know?
Samantha. Yeah, this is cosmic homies.
So nothing can overtake the Aries bond that Samantha and I share. So I'm not offended. I'm not worried. I'm not threatened.
It's cool. Me, I have my boy here, all the bangisos.
Yeah, you know, you've got your Geminis. You know,
Some
Geminis and Aries though, we're
We
We-
have a match.
we
like a
do.
5-star match.
See?
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
See, so we're all together in this. It's all anyway. My point being that, you know, even in the past 6 months since we met up with you guys, actually, and at the end of that footage, you see, I was saying at the RVF footage, I was one of those people being like, one more song, 'Cause when we really like met you guys and like fell in love with you guys as people as well, it's like even since then seeing you guys develop has been amazing. Because you guys said when you first started you were jamming, you were just rocking out like cafeteria, dorm room, whatever. But really in the past 6 months you guys have like jumped up to another level of like, you know, there's a cohesion even to all of your music. Everything's happening. So
Bigger
how has
and
that
better.
been? Has it been
Bigger and
trippy to kind
better.
of like add more professionalism and structure to something that started out as a jam band experience?
It's very trippy. It's
Yeah.
very trippy because they're like, oh my god, we have to do this in order. Oh my god, this has a deadline. Oh my god, we have a gig in 1 hour. Oh my god, you don't know that song.
And most
You
of the
know.
time we never think like we've got anything down. We're like, what are
don't
we
know.
gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
and then when people come up to you and like, oh my god, that was awesome.
Amazing. You know.
Like, really? Are you just being nice or?
Yeah,
So
you
who
actually
is there
tripping
like
out to
are
this.
leadership roles changing in the group? Is one person kind of trying to help hold it down now that you need more structure? Because before you guys were very just like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
all everyone, totally democratic.
Mhm.
Like have you guys had to implement someone being more in that leadership position?
Okay, we have this fine manager. Yeah.
Ari what?
She's
Orupanyesos.
fine.
Ari what?
Do you mean fine like he's a good manager, or you mean fine the other one?
She. Let's answer your question with that.
I need to see her too.
That's what's up. Shout out to Fine Manager.
Yeah, her name is Lydia Biraguaba.
Yeah.
She's Rwandan, so I think it just ends there, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Straight up.
It's true. And she got you guys, you guys just opened for Kalamashaka, right?
Yeah,
That just
yeah,
happened
yeah.
at Treehouse this past weekend. My confession is that I was planning to go and I thought it was the day later. So I woke up the next morning and I was on Instagram like, oh, I'm so excited to go to the show that I'm looking at pictures of that happened last
What's
night.
happening?
Clearly I missed that. How did it go?
It was cool.
It was cool. What do you think? What's the real?
I'll speak honestly
Speak
from
real.
my perspective.
Say it
We-
as-
we
it
say like it is,
Say
though.
like it is,
Yeah,
bro.
it was a big opening, like for me, like in terms of like, you know that thing people say like, never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Not that you'll be totally disappointed.
Mm.
You just realize that
They're not so different
they're
from you.
human,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you always put them at this place. They're like, this is like Superman to me. And yeah, it was a real eye-opening moment for me. I learned that you can have all the talent you want, but you need to get your shit down.
Yeah,
Get
you
it
need to
together.
Get it together.
Like,
Preach.
You know,
Get
you
it
know
together.
these are guys who have not like they're not used to playing live. So someone just goes nipe kick, like give me the kick. drum.
Right.
You're like,
Yeah.
From nowhere.
In the middle of a.
Nipe kick.
Yeah.
Oru nipe kick po.
Yeah.
Like I love playing. I love
There you
playing
go.
for them, but like that
So
whole
soft.
last set was kind of improvised.
Okay, I get you.
It went well.
Yeah.
I think it went well because guys rap. Like there was a song we made up, me, Ricky on the drums and Ngari, and we went on for like I think like 15 minutes, just like MC
Fela
after
Kuti style.
MC. Yeah, just jumping on stage,
Yeah.
spitting rhymes, and we're like, we didn't plan for this, but
It's
all
cool.
right, let's go.
We're down.
But it's good that
Bang,
you guys
bang.
have that jam vibe in your back pocket, so it's not. But that is one thing I will say as well about like the music scene, at least that I've observed in Kenya in my time that I've been here, is like there's so much talent, but oftentimes a big hesitancy to like actually rehearse and like get your shit together. You know, there's just that like, nah. I think maybe because sometimes when you're so talented, you almost feel spoiled. Like I don't need to really rehearse for that.
I'm so good.
I just got this.
But it's so weird. Why wouldn't you want to
Exactly,
do what you love,
you
like,
know.
all the time? You know,
Yeah.
it just
very
doesn't
true.
make sense.
So sometimes it's good to see your heroes actually be like, oh, well, we're all fallible. That means I
Yeah.
also have to be accountable for like holding my,
It's a
you know?
bittersweet experience.
Yeah.
Sort of like you can relate more and you see the dream is closer,
Mm.
but you see like where you'd put it before. You're like, maybe I should have put it
Yeah.
that high.
Well, how do you guys feel about like thinking that the dream is closer? What do you guys feel like is on your horizon, on your dream level right now? Now that you guys are moving closer to that,
It's scary.
scary.
Yeah.
Usiogope. Don't
no,
be
no,
scared.
no. But see, your dreams have to scare you.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah, but if they don't, then
Spoken like a
Yeah,
true
they're not
Aries.
big
They're too
enough.
small.
Yeah.
They're
Spoken
too
like
small.
a true
Amen,
Aries.
amen.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so it's very trippy. It's very exciting. It's very everything. You know.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what can we expect from you guys then? What's scaring you guys that should be exciting us? That's
Mhm.
coming up soon.
Some. This song, that song.
Like, are there recordings, video things coming out?
Yeah, like
2015.
Yeah, it's your year.
2015.
Happening.
3 weeks away.
Yeah.
3 weeks
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
It's just around the corner.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like guys already telling me at it like what are you doing next year, and I'm like, dude, like my whole schedule for the next year is booked with rehearsals
Look
and
at you.
gigs
Wow.
and all that.
Bruh.
Boy.
That's what
That's
you asked
what's up,
for.
that's what's
Huh?
up,
That's
bro.
one thing. That's
Yeah.
when you gotta know.
It's kind of hard because
That's
like
every artist's dream,
um,
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's to that point where you're like but I'm still like in my 20s, so I want to be like
We're only 20.
raging and
Age is nothing.
Exactly.
Age is non-existent.
exactly.
Age is
But like when you see to the point that like I really want this, like for me personally, music, there's nothing else right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
Everything else is
Yeah.
fun but less important.
Not even like something that I can dig in my soul and see that Sam, you have potential in this.
Yeah.
Like you can go places that you've never even imagined.
Not doing math.
Exactly. And
Not
it
doing
doesn't
that.
And I
have
wanted to ask you too,
Math.
because we've talked about this and we've talked about this, is that, you know, I was going to say, how is it now that this is becoming more legitimate, that you're even making a little bit more money, you're getting more like, you know, stability in it, even though you are in your 20s? How are your parents responding to this? Because we were talking about, you know, you were like African parents, man.
We know them.
Like, you know, it's like no matter how successful you get as a
We know them.
musician,
Yeah,
they
we know
still
them.
think
You
it's
go
not a
first,
real
you go
job.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I want to
I
know.
go first. It's
So-
very difficult.
Yeah.
Like I was at a family gathering the other day. Then everyone, there's this girl who started doing medicine, my cousin. So like, yeah, she's in first year, really doing medicine. You do what do you want to do?
What's she doing? She just bangs on drums.
I play the drums. I play the drums.
Wow.
I was like, wait, that was some contrast, yani.
You were
From
told-
the
you were
medicine
told
to the drums.
You're told to get here at the end of the table.
Wow,
Yes.
wow, wow. I
Just
just
sit
went,
there,
I just went
Samantha.
and had
Enda-
a...
enda jikoni.
yeah.
Samantha,
I
enda
went, I
kuleta
made the
maji.
ugali. I was there making... I was there making the ugali. I was just there, yani.
That's fine.
Yo, you need a timeout for that comment. Go sit in the corner, time out.
That's what's up.
But it's really hard, man. It's really
Yeah.
hard. But they just have to accept, because it's what we're going to do. You know,
Yeah.
like why are we here now? We're supposed to be reading or something. We're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, but we have to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
It's not pressure.
We need
that
business
music.
here. Boys, yeah.
That's what
That's
it
about
is.
true.
you?
That's true.
But I'm
Um,
all about that family pressure, man.
That's what I'm saying. How are you? How's it going for you?
For me, we're at this place where, cause like I'm finishing my degree.
No way.
Yeah,
So-
which, by the
Makofi.
way, law. You
Let's
know,
clap.
just
Let's
a
clap
small-
when the
both doing law.
graduation
Yeah,
has happened.
on the side,
Sam is a
these
learned
musicians
fellow.
are just
Yeah.
Yeah, but
studying law, just finishing law
My
degrees.
fellow,
No, yeah, oh, my
fellow council.
cancel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
God.
what it is, man.
Anyway.
Oh my God, we're
Let's not
failing.
go there.
Tired. I need
The
to
other
go
day-
make the ugali.
Jeez.
The other day, me and Samantha were making lawyer jokes. We were like,
You guys should have told us to rock our wigs today. You know, I'm just saying, like,
It was
you know.
so weird because we actually did a lawyer joke. You know,
We didn't
didn't
even
go
say,
like,
we were like,
wow,
oh,
it's
oh,
actually
we
in
did
us.
that.
We're losing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So are your parents upset that
Oh,
you're
man.
not pursuing what your degree is supposed to be in?
I think right now they're really not sure like what's
What?
happening.
Mm.
They're coming from this place where like I guess like even Akina Nyex told you, their generation was not about like arts was not an option.
Yeah.
And like you saw like one of the quotes Museveni had put out one time that arts like art degrees are just useless. They don't changa to the economy in any way.
Wow.
So like
Shame
like
on you,
we
Museveni.
like we don't need them. So they're coming from that place.
Yeah.
But my folks are a bit more open-minded than others. I can appreciate that. So it's like this boy, they're just like this boy. I don't know what's happening with you right now. I just hope you make it to the end like successfully.
Yeah.
Like nothing. But it's rough, like, cause I can't go home.
It's a
like,
journey.
Yeah,
It's a
like,
journey.
oh my God, I was playing with Kalamashaka.
No one's gonna be like, woo!
Like,
Umeosha gari. Umeosha gari.
yeah, exactly.
Ulipeleka
You know, I
gari
will
service?
say
Yeah.
Ununua nyanya.
a small but relevant and like little story is that
Uh-huh.
actually the first month that I was in Kenya, I was in Kibera and Kongocho, and I was working with these amazing kids at this one orphanage. And actually the whole point of our program was that we were taking music and dance and poetry programs to this orphanage to show the importance of creative education, not just all academic education. And we weren't really sure how it would end up, but what was amazing is that we were doing this dance workshop, and this girl came up to me in the middle of the workshop, and she was like, listen, I give up, I can't dance, okay? But being up here and dancing has made me realize that, like, while I was up here dancing, I had this story to tell, and I couldn't dance it, but I wanted to write it out. Can I write it out? And I said, sure. She ended up giving the final speech at the dance, but before the dance even happened, and then she decided that she wanted to be an international journalist and a lawyer.
Whoa.
So it actually is kind of cool sometimes for that generation to realize that, like, the arts really open us up and allow academics and that sort of success to be balanced out as well.
Like
so
for us Kenyans, if we actually are seeking to get more employment, more jobs, I usually say, like, just open it up to, like, the arts sector.
Yeah.
Because, like, when we talk about just music, like music festivals in its whole, how much work, like the sound guys, the technicians, the guys who make the rigs, the lights, everything. There's so many opportunities. I'm like, guys, really?
Yeah. For sure.
But you know,
Art is
honestly,
not easy.
no, it's not,
is not easy.
and it's important. It's not a luxury; it's a necessity. So that's why I wanted to thank you guys so much for being here today, because I really believe that Yellow Light Machine is like opening up the market in an international way, saying like art is important. We're here, hear us roar, and we hear you, and we love you. So thank
That's
you
right.
guys.
Tell them beware of yellow. Beware.
Beware of yellow.
Yeah.
Beware of yellow.
That's what it is.
Follow that.
You guys, asanteni sana. And talking about music, I think we have something we want to play for you guys. I don't know if it's down your street, but it's still a Kenyan artist trying their thing.
We gonna see.
Cool.
Diverse
Cool.
market.
Guys, bless.
Here we go.
All right.